Traditional rulers part of Nigeria's problems. Criminals, drug addicts, kidnappers, now King Obasanjo. Welcome to Sinok Media. If you are watching our channel for the first time, kindly subscribe, like and share videos. Also put on your notification button so that you get our updates as they come. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has bemoaned the desecration of traditional institutions in Nigeria and the concomitant erosion of value, saying the scourge has contributed immensely to the plethora of challenges the nation is now grappling with. He pointed out that traditional rulers have abandoned their role as custodian of traditions and customs, the palladium of positive and exemplary societal values, even as they have long ditched the training and apprenticeship within their palace. The former president disclosed this in one of his new books, Nigeria, Past and Future, unveiled last week. Obasanjo, who lamented the proliferation of all kinds of kings nowadays, said unworthy and questionable characters are now being installed as traditional rulers. He said today there are criminals, drug addicts, vagabonds, bandits, and kidnappers as so-called traditional rulers. This is a great pity, and it has greatly contributed to the problems of Nigeria by traditional rulers. How do we account for a traditional ruler snatching a ballot box at an election polling station and running away with it? He stated that Nigeria must replace the uninspiring and ignoble characters that now sit boastfully on traditional stools with men of integrity, honor, and dignity that occupied the position in days of yore. The class of traditional rulers with their distinction, honor, and dignity as we knew them in the colonial days and early post-independence days has been diluted and polluted. That dignity, aura, and respect should be brought back, and traditional rulers should be an asset to Nigerians' development and greatness and not a liability. There is a need for moral rearmament among the traditional rulers, the ancient and historic ones, and they can and should make meaningful contributions to the Nigeria of our dreams that will serve the purpose and interest of all. Well, it's a timely call. Recently, I was alarmed when I saw a video of a police parade of criminals where a traditional ruler was among them, and the police commissioner was making a very strong point that the traditional ruler normally gives his car, a Lexus 350, to these kidnappers to go out and kidnap, and when they come back, they share the spoils of the business with him. And that in their last operation, they had to leave their vehicle behind, and they gave the traditional ruler about 3 million to buy another one. It was a sore taste in the mouth that the traditional ruler of a domain will be aiding and abetting kidnappers. So Obasanjo's call, I think, will be helpful if these traditional rulers will refrain from these vices. Although some persons will think Obasanjo is obfuscating. He said, better face, like somebody said, better face the truth squarely and not deflect from the fact. You know things. You see, when when these our leaders write books, there are people who don't believe in the things they say. But then you cannot take it from them. They have occupied the exalted seats, and of course, they know what they are doing. There are persons who believe that state governors have reduced the traditional stool to mere furniture items because they hand over staff to these traditional rulers. They also give them instructions on what to do. That is why you will see a situation where a traditional ruler will be involved in ballot snatching, which ought never to be. So I think we should be careful. The traditional institution should not be debased so that our culture can be preserved. While many believe Obasanjo is right in his call, it is equally believed that their hands are involved, allegedly though, in making these people what they are today. What is your take?